Greetings, petrolheads, and welcome to Rum, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing. And today, as every Sunday for the last weeks, we are again showing a race by the ASRC Indycar series. This time it's Mid-Ohio, a place where Cody told me that he's already driven in the simulation, of course. Cody, how are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm good. I'm going to sound a little bit different today, perhaps because I'm from a different...
Hello, we lost you. Oh, Cody, we didn't hear the last seconds. You were just gone. Now I can hear you.
Hello, hello. All right, I'm back. And yeah, so today is going to be a great race. We're at Mid-Ohio. These Indy cars are going to be a blast to see duking it out on Mid-Ohio. It's a very twisty, turny road course. And it's going to be a really, really cool race. There's a lot of ups and downs. This track is a roller coaster. So I'm very excited to see that. Sora?
Anything that we should be taking a look specially?
I would say turn, I guess you would call it turn 2, where it's that full 180-degree turn after the long straight. That braking zone into that corner is going to be a fantastic passing zone, and the corner exit as well is going to be very important to get the cars ready for the long straight up ahead, which, you know, one mistake on that will have major ramifications throughout the rest of the lap.
So we're seeing it on screen right now because I prepared it. Haha, I come prepared. It's the keyhole, it's called. That's turn 2. Oh, it seems Cody's having some issues at the moment. Not as bad as the issues Jakub or Sander van Leuven is having, and he went into. So Cody's having technical issues. His computer that he is using right now is messing up with him. What can we tell you while we see these drivers in practice? We can tell you about the standings. These are the new standings after Cleveland. And what we can see here with 3 races to go, and this being one of them, is that Zenkov and Russell have traded places. Russell now first, Zenkov second. Same that Kowalski and Almeida have done. Kowalski was 5th, Almeida 6th. Now they've changed places. And let's go to the teams. Whoops. Me a sec, because somehow I had the wrong one for the teams. Giving it to you first. There we go, the teams. Kowalski Motorsports drops 1 place to 2nd. KMO Racing goes 1 place up to 1st. And Zenkov Racing stays where it is. The drivers are now piling up for qualifying. And not caring about the pit lane line? That's not good. Don't do that. The one thing that this track has special, if we take a look at the track, is that you have one start line, which is where the race starts. As you can see, start line after corner 3. But the finish line and the start line for restart is somewhere else. I suppose it's because the normal finish line that is also used for restarts, which is where the pits are, is not long enough, but I don't know exactly why that is. So we'll see the race starting after corner 3, but finishing after corner 13 and before corner 1. It's something that Mid-Ohio, as far as I know, has about only. Picking up on Cody. Off still. Best laid plans of mice and men. Oh, you're back? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you as if you're far, far away. In a galaxy far away. Cody? No, if you can hear me, I cannot hear you, Cody.
Okay, I can hear you. Hello.
Ah, now I can hear you.
Just 1 second. Okay.
Yes, I can hear you all over again.
Awesome, and I can hear you as well.
Cool. Maybe you can make yourself a little bit louder.
I'm off with my headphones, and so when I'm speaking, it's turning the audio off. So let me.
Cool, fantastic. I expect we're gonna be seeing a lot of argy-bargy here because Mid-Ohio, as you can see in the images, is composed of a lot of corners and a lot of altitude differences. So very often you're not able to see the apex, you have to smell the apex, so you have to learn this very well. I hope the drivers took advantage of being able to train the whole week on the server, and still this is one of the I'd say this is one of the most difficult and most technical tracks that there are in the IndyCar calendar. This is one where real life IndyCar races on too. And yeah, it's gonna be quite difficult. I'd compare it from the technicality and the difficulty to Monaco, with the difference that here you can overtake your opponent if you know exactly how to do it. I'm stoked for this race. I'm stoked for the real life race of IndyCar this year. And in preparation for this, I wanted just to watch a couple of laps of IndyCar and ended up watching the whole race from last year. So yeah, that was that. So that's how interesting Mid-Ohio is. So to give you an impression of how the track is, we've changed on board. We're now on board with Jimenez. And you have to be working the throttle very strongly all the time. And now he hit somebody else. Ah. That's his race gone, I would say. Or, well, this lap in quality. Let me find somebody else. Benkov, maybe? Benkov. Out lap. Starting his qualifying lap. You can see how difficult this track is on the onboard. See how he has to play with the steering. Also how difficult it is to see the apex, to prepare for the next corner. Oh, there are pieces of car here. And that's the car where the pieces come from. Ah. So this is something that may be happening a lot on the race. Man, this is gonna be quite interesting. To still have issues, which is a pity because I haven't driven this track. I'm working on different things, so this week I did not get around to drive anything, not even a couple of laps here on Mid-Ohio. So he would be able to tell us a little bit how it feels to drive here. On track, and hopefully some not to have an issue. But I think his qualifying lap messed up, or maybe he's just waiting for the next lap to. The moment the guy that we are driving with, Sander van Leuven, is at first in qualifying with a lap time of 1:06. This is gonna be typical real life IndyCar, as well as the ASRC in practice have been doing around 1:05, 1:06, 1:07, which is quite impressive. I mean, imagine in a little bit over a minute you have to get all the turns, the altitude differences, get well with the throttle. Oh, it's a workout. And now Sander van Leuven goes into pits. Still with the best overall time. Wanted to show a little bit of the trackside event, and Jose Jimenez goes into pits. What the? I've been sending people to the wrong stream.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can.
And can you continue to hear me even if you've spoken?
Yes, I believe I can. There we go. Yes. Okay. And let's see if that persists while R Factor 2 is running. Congratulations, everybody. You get to endure live troubleshooting.
It happens.
It does.
Live racing, live troubleshooting, everything is live here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've been sending the people to the Cleveland race because somehow I had the wrong link to YouTube.
Oh, we're just all sorts of together today.
Yeah, like, really, like, wow. Oh well. Life. I've deleted all the social media postings and everything, sending the people to the right stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oy vey. So, almost 5 minutes until the end of qualifying. At the moment, it's Sander van Leuven, Pablo Gomez, Lopez Garcia, Jose Jimenez, Vladislav Zenkov, Jakub Kowalski on first to fifth place. Jakub Kowalski, who paid us a visit last week into the commentating booth after he DNF'd. Ooh, and Fuentes has been rips, and pun intended, with the track for the race because he's been really struggling. You still there, Cody?
I am. R Factor 2 crashed.
Great.
So
Like today your computer is loving you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Certainly.
you're loving it. Hey, and Fuentes again off track. Hey, he's really Warming his tires, as we could see. Outlap. Three and a half minutes to go. If you don't go out into your outlap now, it's quite possible you're not gonna be finishing your qualifying in time. And this Pablo Lopez Garcia, on the other hand, is on his qualifying lap, his hot lap. See that where he ends up. Let's see if he can take Sander van Leuven's place. Cody, how easy is it to overtake in Mid-Ohio? I suppose not very much?
It depends on track position and how brave you want to be. If your sense of self-preservation is low, it's very easy to pass. Well, you see, so in Mid-Ohio, there's a lot of, as I'm sure you can see, a lot of corners where you're maintaining, not quite full throttle through the corner, and then give it a little bit more, and then you're into another long twisting corner. So there's a lot of that. So you're really having to trust your downforce, having to trust your grip, especially your mechanical grip at those lower speeds before the downforce really kicks in. You can see they're running the higher downforce kit, but even still at speeds under 150 kilometers an hour, it's going to be less impactful. So you're really relying on that mechanical grip to trust you through. So tire strategy, I think, is going to play a lot into how brave you can be with regards to passing in this track.
Talking about tire strategy, this is a good point to remind you all that the drivers here have to use both types of tire during a race for at least a whole lap. But how many laps do the soft tires survive here?
Not many.
So we're gonna see a lot of pit stops?
I think so. I think so. It's a longer race, as far as, comparing it to like a sprint race, right? So of course you're going to see pit stops, and then Mid-Ohio can be quite hard on tires. There's a lot of tire scrub left and right. And so it's going to be, a big question of how hard do you want to be on your tires through these tight, twisty corners. And I don't even know if I'd call them tight corners. They're just twisty. They're very twisty. They're quite quick, especially in these Indycars. They're very, very quick. You're looking at lap times around a minute. But,
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing is, you were saying about relying on mechanical grip, but with all the altitude differences, that's a thing. I mean, you cannot rely too much because your car, gets some air. So, qualifying has ended. Drivers are going into pits. At the moment, we have, and I don't think that's going to change, Sander van Leuven on first, Jose Jimenez on second, Jakub Kowalski on third, Pablo Lopez Garcia on fourth, Andres Valles on fifth, Vladislav Zenkov on sixth, Juanma Fuentes despite all the issues he's been having. On 7th, Belchior Neto. On 8th, Gregor Marjalek. On 9th, and Yuen Jen Wang on 10th. And I hope I didn't butcher the last name too much. My best here. So now we're gonna see some warm-up, and then we are going to be racing. Cody today having a moment with his computer. He has to restart it, so I hope we are not going to have too many issues. Oh, warm up. Then we're gonna start with the race. 200 laps or 2 hours, whatever comes first. In Ohio, let's see how many end and how many DNF, because as we've been saying, this is not an easy track by all means. Interesting that most of the drivers, for now at least, are staying in pits. This is one of the tracks where I am not sure if I want to drive it using a direct drive wheel. Cody's still having issues with his computer, poor guy. Seven minutes to go, and let's see. It's one lap behind the pace car and then a rolling start. So you know, so like standard Indycar. Of course, these drivers are driving the IR18 Dallara chassis. That is the official Indycar for now. Although I think they're gonna be changing. Indycar is gonna be changing in, what is it, 1 year, 2 years to the next version of the car. But I think it's gonna be Dallara once again, as they've been delivering very good chassis over the years. If anybody knows differently, let me know. But as far as I know, the IR18 has something like 1 or 2 years to live, and then it's gonna be, I suppose, Dallara, the IR25, 24, something like that. Seems Cody cannot solve his issues, so it's gonna be again a race where I am commentating alone. He's very surprised as his computer is only 1 year old, so it should not be having any issues. It's gonna be... I wasn't prepared to commentate alone, but it's not as if I haven't done it before, so... it's gonna be one of these days. Poor Cody. 3 minutes to go in the warm-up. Soon. As you can see on the track, it's got a lot of corners and some of them quite difficult. 4, 5, 6, then followed by 7, 8 and 9, which is almost a 90 degree. And it's not only the amount of corners that there are and their difficulty, but of course, as you can see from the onboards, the altitude differences, which make it A, difficult to see the apexes, B, difficult to rely on the mechanic grip that Cody was talking about, and it's also quite bumpy, as we can see on this onboard. So if Need some workout, need some training for your arms, I think Mid-Ohio is it. Me talking about how bumpy the track is and you can only see the track overlay. Yeah. Now you can see how bumpy it is. Alright, a minute to go until the beginning of the race. Drivers here trying to get their lines up to the last minute. This is a track I would be practicing for a month before I would even try to get in there. So, 30 seconds to go and we're gonna start the race. Alright, warm-up has ended. And just to remind you, it's gonna be first lap behind the pace car, then start of the race, 199 laps. After that, or after 2 hours, the race ends. So it's 200 laps or... Yeah, exactly. 200 laps or 2 hours. The drivers have to change the tires at least once. From soft to hards, hards to soft, whatever they start with. And do at least one lap with the different tires. It's gonna be interesting to see how many are gonna DNF, how many yellows we're gonna have. So, gonna be an interesting race for sure.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Alright, as with last week, I don't know what the heck is going on. We have a very strangely looking pace car. And I don't know what R Factor 2 is doing here. Being funny, I guess. Thing is, during the race, the pace car then converted itself into the right pace car. Strange. R Factor 2 things. Uh, 200 laps. Now you're making me nervous. Let me check. I'm absolutely, completely and utterly wrong. 90 laps. 90 laps. Thanks for asking. It's 90 laps behind the in Mid Ohio, not 90 laps behind the pace car. That would be boring. Eesh. So, round 8 of the Mid Ohio GP of the ASRC Indycar series has started. Behind the pace car, we do 1 lap and then we go racing. Thanks, Alexei, for asking. Hey, I can give you an onboard from the pace car. Oh, I can. Ah, so okay. Cannot give you an onboard from the pace car because this is the in-game pace car. Yuck. He also has their own pace car and normally the own driver. Oh, what's happened with Indycar? He's still in pits. Can he make it in time to the race? I know he was having issues coming, or better said, driving back. And we go. Van Leuven keeps the place. Jimenez wants to take it from him. A lot of argy-bargy going on there. For now, we have not had any issues on track as far as I can see. Ah, Jimenez wants to take over. But he cannot make it stick. Van Leuven still on first place, but Jimenez and Kowalski are very near. So Alexei, Indycar did not make it in time home. I know that he was still driving while they were on qualifying or stuff like that. So we had a yellow. Oliveira was in pits, but still. Van Leuven on first, Jimenez very near. Kowalski a little bit further away, but not that much. Aha, the first 3 are already getting a little bit away. And we have Lopez Garcia trying to get the place of Zenkov. Not making it stick yet. See how it goes. This, as always on the first laps. Very interesting, lots of stuff going on here. You can see the cars get a little bit of air there. But we're having stuff going on everywhere. Let's go back to the first place as we're starting the 3rd lap. Van Leuven still on first, Jimenez now a second away. Kowalski less than a second away from Jimenez. There's stuff going on all the time. Garcia and Zenkov duking it out. Arjalek and Yuen Jen Wang also. There are small groups building. I have Van Leuven, Jimenez, Kowalski, Zenkov and Garcia in one group, but still, drivers are quite near to each other. 1 second is nothing in Mid-Ohio. Take one corner wrong, don't get the right racing line, and you have lost at least half a second. Fourth lap. Ivan still about a second away. Kowalski now a second away from Jimenez. Neto overtook Alec. Ooh, Neto getting away. Coming now to Valles. Oliveira again in pits. He was already. I fear we're gonna see the first DNF. Oh, Van Leuven and Jimenez 1 second away from each other. Kowalski not that far away. Garcia and Valles. Oh, we have a yellow. A yellow. Where? At the back of the... There, but different groups. So we have one group built by Van Leuven, Jimenez, Kowalski. Then we have another group built by Pablo López García, Andrés Valles, Yuen Zheng Wang, Marjalek, Picherko, and Sovic. Then on 12 we have Juanma Fuentes, who was having so many issues during practice. Oh, and we see Kananovic, I think it was, or Kani. Yep, Kani was going out. And this López García and Andrés Valles for position, for the 5th position to be precise. At the front, Van Leuven is already 1.5 seconds away, but let's stick with this battle. Seems to be the hottest battle at the moment. No, it looked as if Garcia was having a moment there, but nope. And we see Valles trying to find best line, the best way to get the better of López García, but for now not being able to. Still one of the most interesting battles here. At the front, Van Leuven is already 2 seconds away. We see Fuentes going into pits. Van Leuven about 2 seconds away from Jimenez, but Kowalski now went near. So there may have been some issue there with Jimenez, and he lost time to Van Leuven, and Kowalski therefore was able to get near him. Go on board Kowalski. Ooh. Oh, Jimenez seems to have given Kowalski the place. At least it looked very much as if he went away from the racing line, for whatever reason. Kowalski says thank you very much. He's now already 2 seconds away from Jimenez. What happened there? Who is now profiting is Zenkov, who goes into meanwhile, we still have Pablo López García and Andrés Valles. I think. Ooh. That was very difficult. But taking a lapped car. So we have Van Leuven on first place, starting the 10th lap, or the 9th? Starting the 9th lap, Van Leuven on first, Kowalski 3 seconds away. Jimenez another 3 seconds away from Kowalski. Not really 3 seconds, but rather... heck. Half a second away from Jimenez is Zenkov still. Still trying to find a hole. And Jimenez fighting, but he's got to have some issue, maybe with the tires or something, because Jimenez, who was fighting for second or for first even, has now dropped. Ah, no. Going on with Jimenez, isn't it? No, it was Zenkov who was having issues, as he is now almost a second away from Jimenez. It's a battle for 13th. Kananovitz trying to get 13th place from at the front. Not many things have changed, with Van Leuven 4 seconds away from Kowalski. Zenkov 3, almost 4 seconds away from Kowalski. Jimenez. Jimenez and Zenkov are duking it out, but Jimenez is losing positions. He overcooked his tires, maybe? I haven't seen him doing anything like really bad. Just press too much, fighting for second, trying to get first, or or he had an issue that we didn't see on camera, and that has broken something in the car. If I'm losing that many positions, I go to pits, change, correct, whatever. We go to Neto and Sovic. 10th. Lots of battles going on, small, big. We're seeing small flashes of yellow here and there, which I suppose is drivers just getting a little bit off track. R Factor 2 being hypersensible to that, telling us that it's a yellow, but when it isn't. See what's happening here. Russell and Donovan battling for 12. Away from Russell. Hottest battle. And who's in pits? Kormos. Lopez Garcia and Valles still at it. But as much as I was expecting to see a lot of yellows and a lot of cars off track and all that, we haven't seen that much. These drivers have been training well. Suppose when you are confronted with a track like Mid-Ohio, you think a lot about training. Interestingly enough, Jimenez has been inching forwards. Now he was 0.7 seconds, now he lost almost half a second, which is easy to do in Mid-Ohio. Looking where to put the camera, but there's so many small battles going everywhere. Valles and Lopez Garcia still at it. Ishkov and Knani still. Zenkov and Jimenez. Thing is, even if they are battling at a certain distance, they're driving quite clean and quite well, so I'm very impressed. Of course, most of these drivers are accustomed to road tracks, where they did not drive that well was on ovals, because oval is a completely different beast. On lap 15, Van Leuven on first, count them, 3 seconds away we have Kowalski, Zenkov 6 seconds away from Kowalski and therefore Jimenez a second away from Zenkov, yeah, 2 seconds away from Jimenez. Valles half a second away from Garcia, so they're still on it. Still sniffing his fumes. Oh, and we have a car just making place. These guys. Let's continue. Yuan Zhen Wang on 7th, Arjalik on 8th, Terko on 9th, and Neto on 10th. Oh, Seneca is driving? Car is driving. 10 laps behind, but he started the race. Oh well. We have 23 drivers on track. Drivers like Steneker. Valles is now very near to Garcia after what I think was a small error by Garcia. But Valles was not able to take the place, take the opportunity, seize the opportunity. We're seeing yellows here and there, but as far as I can see, it's only small issues. And not even bad enough or often enough that the drivers get off-track penalties. So Knani now in pits. Valles just... I think it's just bidding his time, making his race, but of course if he can get Lopez Garcia into an error, he is gonna be profiting from it. For now, just making good time, using maybe the in air. Everything, not many of the drivers on first place, the first 10 places. Here and therefore he's now 1.5 seconds away. The car being lapped went very wide, went into the green, a bit exaggerated, but of course that far away, he just make place. So those who went into pits have all changed to the hard tires. Let's see how long they want to drive on them. Of course, as Cody was saying, the races here, this track with all the corners, it's tire consuming. Eats up your tires like there's no tomorrow, and it eats up all of them as the corners are in every direction. Nevertheless, 21 laps gone already. Van Leuven is on first, 10 seconds away from Kowalski. Kowalski, on the other hand, 5 seconds away from Zenkov. Zenkov 1 second away from Jimenez. Fifth, 4 seconds away from Jimenez. Lopez Garcia must have had a moment there, as Marjalek is in between him and Valles. Lots of lapped cars. Lopez Garcia trying to get the place back and get back into duking it out with Valles. Interesting. Dalek trying to make his car as wide as he can. Even if I would say Lopez Garcia is the faster driver by any means, but pace car DNF'd. What? And Lopez, ooh, on the inside, but he missed his braking line. Locked the tires, locked the brakes, but no, he can make it stick. He can make it stick. Now he's gonna go for Valles, I suppose. And we see that Lopez Garcia was clearly the faster driver, as he's getting away from Marjalek fast, already 1 second away. Let me check. So we have Van Leuven on softs, Zenkov on softs, Jimenez softs, Valles on softs, and who's going into pits? Jimenez is going into pits. Whoa! Valles having a very bad moment there. Taking a lot of dirt. Garcia's got hearts. Dalek's got hearts. Wang soft. Erko hearts. Softs. Ooh, Ned having a moment there. Lapping. Fastest lap of the race for now, Sander van Leuven with 1 minute 06. But at the moment the drivers are all doing round about the 110, 111. All either taking care of their tires, or Just being careful. We've seen going into pits what... Nope. It was not Kowalski, or if it was, he went for softs once again. Lopez Garcia into pits. So we're starting to see the first drivers who were amongst the top 10 going into pits, getting new tires. 25 laps out of 90. A little bit over a quarter of the race. But still, impressively, Van Leuven is 20 seconds away from Zenkov. Valles into pits. Yeah, so we're starting to see the first position drivers going into pits, getting new tires. Oh, Van Leuven, Zenkov and Kowalski haven't yet. A lot of the positions that we're seeing now are provisional positions until the drivers get into pits. Have done their first pit stop, which is to be expected. Whoops, Oliveira DNF'd. In a track like Mid-Ohio, being in a car that's being lapped must be hell. Because you don't know where to put yourself. It's not as if there's not a racing line that is changing all the time. And we see Van Leuven getting into pits on the 27th lap out of 90. Means that Zenkov for now is provisional first. That's gonna be changing when goes to pits. As I was saying, the drivers have to change tires at least once in the race and do at least one lap with the new tires. Be interesting to know how strong the difference is between hard and soft tires on this track. Because as Cody was saying, mechanical grip is important, and well, hard tires don't have as much grip as soft tires. Surprise. Russell was twice in pits. And still he's able to make life difficult for Neto, who was once in pits. Half a second behind. And trying to find a hole. Clearly the faster driver, and can he make it stick? Yes. Well, yes. Absolutely he can make it stick. Neto's trying to fight, but I think that he is in a losing position, as Russell did look like a faster driver in any case. So that was the battle for 8th. That looks complicated. Let me see who we have here. So we have Jimenez and Valles. Are behind. Must be a lapped car. Because Jimenez is 20 seconds away from Kowalski. Valles, and in between they have same color, different car. Jimenez fighting to keep the car on track, not an easy task on Mid-Ohio. Zenkov into pits, Valles. Did it stick? Some touch there. Is trying to get in on the inside. Stick yet. And now, it looks as if done it. Pretty sure Jimenez is gonna try. Yes, he is. Now Jimenez on the inside, taking back the position. Nice. Nice fighting, nice driving. And one point that is important, while they don't suffer as much from dirty air as Formula 1 cars do, Indycar does have a dirty air issue. And this is something that is simulated on R-Factor 2 for sure. So it's clear that Valles is gonna try again. Question is, where is he going to be able to do so? And Baljes loses control of the car. For now, stopping the battle. I say very clearly for now because I'm pretty sure that Baljes is gonna continue working on it. Oh! Now Jimenez lost control of the car. Oh, bother. So yeah, Baljes kept on the battle. Huh. And now Zenkov has taken over fourth after Jimenez had that issue. So we're gonna see, I'd say, Zenkov and Jimenez duking it out. At least if Jimenez did not overcook his tires. What we're seeing is that Wang is coming near. So we had Jimenez and Baljes. Baljes had an issue. Seemed as if Baljes had big problems. Jimenez, it looked very much as if Jimenez was leaving the place for... Oh, no. Jimenez has had off track, so may have had some issue with his car. In any case, Jimenez, who was fighting for a third, provisional third, but anyway, is now down to lap 35 of 90. We have Van Leuven on first. Balski 8.5 seconds away from Van Leuven. Baljes, in spite of his issue, on third. Denkov 5 seconds away from Baljes. Wang less than a second away from Zenkov. Marjalik 14 seconds away from Wang. Jimenez, after all that argy-bargy, 1.5 seconds away from Marjalik. Seconds away, Neto 7 seconds away. Sovic 1 lap down, 18 seconds away from Neto. And was I saying? Wang now trying to get into the better side of Zenkov. Zenkov closing in. Oh, Wang going on the green. But because of that, yes, keeping the position, but he's not on the best racing line. And bet Zenkov is gonna try to get back. I would have said that Zenkov is the faster driver of both, but on the other hand, Zenkov is on hards and Wang is on softs, so that may have something to do. Yellow in S3 and it's staying? No, it's not staying. Yeah, I think Zenkov will not able to keep Wang's pace, which is not surprising as he's on hards. Van Leuven just taking it easy. He's gonna come now against a couple of lapped cars, which should not be an issue the way we've been seeing lapped cars behaving on this track. Oh. Let's stay a little bit with Van Leuven. Issue. Bottle. Now we're on the start and end straight. The start of the race, but the restart and end straight. Fuentes DNF'd. Fuentes is out of the race. Jimenez is out of the race. Seems that Jimenez had graver issues with his car as we thought. Amazing driving lines. There's a reason why Van Leuven is so far away from all the others. Check out how he modulates the speed, how he takes the corners. That's great driving there. Just concentrate on how he works with the speed and modulates the throttle. Nothing else, take a look at that. That wonderful saying, slow in, fast out. He's able to do it while somebody like me struggles every time. Laps to go, and at the moment a little bit of battles there, but nothing big. I expect though after the next collection of pit stops, we see Komerut going into pits. After the next collection of pit stops from the first, I don't know, 5-10 drivers, we're gonna be seeing more action. We are now at the moment in a race where things are okay, things are quiet, drivers have found their rhythm, others have DNF'd. There's not a lot going on. Russell now going into pits for the third time, if I see it correctly. Edo also in pits. Van Leuven still first, 13 seconds away from Kowalski. I'd say this track has one of the most difficult pit stops there are, as you come out directly before the corner 1. So it's not an easy track on anyway, and I don't have any information of any discussion about the tracks being put somewhere else, the pit stops, the pits being put somewhere else. Drivers now, at least the first 5, are doing their own race, while we're seeing different drivers coming out of pits, into pits, out of pits, and all that. We mostly have is a slight chaos of lapped and non-lapped cars. We are at the middle of the race with 45 laps done, 45 to go, while Russell does the best lap time within the race with 1:07. This guy here. Russell has in front of him a lapped car, as far as my information goes. I don't understand is why the lapped car is not making space now. Or maybe it was Van Leuven. Haha. So Russell unlapped himself from Van Leuven. I see it correctly, Van Leuven will have to go at least once more into pits, as he did soft. We are collecting DNFs, unluckily. Kamani DNF'd, Jimenez DNF'd, Camerut DNF'd, Oliveira DNF'd, and Indycar the race. 14 laps down, but he is still in the race. Because hey, you never know. Oh, and pay no mind to whatever the tower is telling you about cars being in pits. R Factor 2 does not show that information quite well. Shows Russell being in pits, but he isn't. This is Russell. Does it look as if he's in pits? Nope. So we're seeing a battle between Meshkov and Sovik. For 11th position. Sovik, I would say, is the faster driver of the two and is now going on the inside. Is gonna very much make it stick. No troubles there. You know, Zenkov and Wang are in a battle. Wang getting the better of Zenkov, it looks like. Inside, or at least he is trying maybe to make Zenkov nervous. Clearly faster. Ah, of course. Yeah, Zenkov is on hards, Wang on softs, so it's not surprising that Wang is the faster driver and Zenkov is not fighting very much because it makes no sense. You only lose time if you do that. Laps to go. Yeah, with these 3 races to go in the ASRC Indycar series. So the next one is gonna be Watkins Glen, yes sirree, the Glen. And And after that, we go to Japan for Motegi, which is not the road version, but the oval version of Motegi. So we're gonna end the series on an oval. And if that oval goes as the same way the other oval races went in this series, it's gonna be... We're not gonna be able to tell you who has won the series at the end, because there's gonna be a lot of discussions and penalties and whatnot. So, at Mid-Ohio, with 52 laps driven and 18 cars still on track, and while Kowalski goes into pits, we have Van Leuven on first. Kowalski, I suppose he's gonna lose the second, but for now still on second. Valles on third. Now he's gonna get second. Wang on fourth, Denkov on fifth, go, Russell, Marjalek on seventh, on eighth, Donovan on ninth, and Picherko on 10th. Oh, and if I see it correctly, Picherko has no front wing? Yep. But he's going into pits. And Zenkov and Russell are fighting for position fourth for now. And Russell trying to find a way around Zenkov. Now not being able to find it, but trying on the outside, not gonna make it stick. But still, searching. Again, Russell on softs, Denkov on hards. Interestingly enough, this time Zenkov seems to be fighting. We don't see him give up as easily as he did with Wang. Not leaving much space, but Russell makes it. I don't think that Zenkov... Well, Zenkov is trying the next one. For the next one, Zenkov is on the inside. Zenkov is really fighting. Zenkov getting back his position. Getting back his position, and of course Russell trying to... Now, no. Oh, Russell going wide and losing control. That's the end of that battle for now. Russell lost control of his car. Got a little bit outside, as far as I could see, all by himself. Oh, yikes. On the other hand, profiting from all this stuff, Russell DNF'd. Russell just DNF'd. Seems he hit the wall too hard. Russell is out of the race. He was battling for fourth, lost control, and now is out of the race. Russell, who still has the best lap of the race, was out there. Baljes is now near to Zenkov. Baljes with heart. Zenkov also with heart. Ooh, going wheel to wheel there. Still leaving each other enough place. Interesting. Marjalek coming near, so I'm gonna change from a 1-to-1 to an extended battle. At the moment it's more Baljes against Zenkov than anything else. Ooh. Baljes trying to find out where he can get the advantage. I think they're coming up lapped cars, if I see it correctly. That's gonna be a little bit difficult for both. Or they are unlapping themselves against Van Leuven. Could very much be. Wang into pits. And what looks like a four driver battle, it's not. It's just that as far as I can see, Baljes is unlapping himself against Leuven, or at least trying to. And Leuven has all the right to go and get back. Eee, there's a lot going on there. Dalek, on the other hand, also in there. Now able to overtake Baljes, but he hits Zenkov. And goes off. That was, I mean, just hit him. Happens. I would say that was race. So with that many cars DNFing, maybe Indycar will end up in the top 10, despite everything. Zenkov has Van Leuven in front of him. Who won't be giving the place easily. Zenkov now coming. Oh, Baljes now on the inside. I didn't see that. Baljes on the inside taking Zenkov's place. I don't think that Zenkov is gonna let that be. I'm pretty sure that Zenkov is gonna try to fight it. Especially as now they are coming into a lap, onto a lapped car. Valles taking easily the position, and Zenkov also. Great, okay. Lap car didn't do that much. Zenkov is now. Zenkov has already lost 1.5 seconds to Valles. And Marjalek is now getting very dangerous to Zenkov. Inside, not doing it yet. Valles already 2 seconds away. And yeah, Marjalek on soft tires, getting the better of Zenkov on hard tires. Lap 60 of 90. Let's say in about 5 to 10 laps, we're gonna be seeing a lot of pit stops. They're gonna be the final pit stops. I don't expect anybody going into pits willingly on lap 80, but between 60 and 70, yeah. And Zenkov, okay. I was gonna say Zenkov lost to Wang. No, well, Zenkov went into pits, so yeah. I suppose Zenkov will now go for softs. Leuven is going into pits also. Leuven took hards. And still Van Leuven is first. Oh. Of course, now Van Leuven is on hards. I think he's on hards too. If Kowalski goes into pits, he'd be in softs, but he'll have lost around about 17 to 20 seconds. Interesting to see Marjalek and Valles on a fight. Marjalek trying to find the inside line, not being able to get it. Neto into pits, I was saying. And Dalek now taking the place while just trying to regain the place. Dalek is already a second away. I think he's gonna make it stick. Of course, Marjalek on softs, Valles on hards, and behind him Wang on softs against Valles on hards. These are the fights that may make the race. And Wang trying to get on the inside but not being able. Valles just closing enough. Hey! Valles went... No, Wang went out. I would say because Valles did not leave him enough space. I think that's gonna be food for discussions after the race. Camera there. Wang is gonna continue trying because of course he's on softs. He's on the better grip, on the better tires, so to speak. And there we go. Again, very near to each other. Valles having a moment there. And Wang is gonna try on the outside now. I don't think he's gonna make it stick, but I may be wrong. Yeah, he has enough speed. I think Valles thought better of fighting this time. Now is where... But he cannot make it stick. Softs has the grip. Lots going on now. 26 laps away from the end of the race. We have Van Leuven still since the beginning and still at number 1. Jakub Kowalski, who DNF'd on last race and was gracious enough to join us in the commentator booth. Jakub Kowalski this time not joining us in the commentator booth. He's got better things to do, being on 2nd place. Wang being on 3rd. Valles 4th. Denkov on softs 5th. Marjalek fighting against the Zenkov on 6th. Looking at this, I'm gonna tell you Donovan on 7th, Picherko on 8th, Lopez Garcia on 9th, and Sovic on 10th. These two here, both on soft. If Zenkov is able to keep position, lots of corrections on that corner. Van Leuven into pits, making what I suppose is gonna be his last pit stop. Kowalski 40 seconds away from Van Leuven. I don't think that Kowalski is gonna be dangerous to Van Leuven. We on the other hand are watching to see if Marjalek is gonna be able to be dangerous to Zenkov. Both fighting for 4th. Not podium yet, but that can change. Van Leuven out of pits and 30 seconds away from Kowalski. If he doesn't make something very wrong or very stupid, I would say Van Leuven is going to win the race. Zenkov having big issues on those 2 last corners before the finishing line. But Marjalek cannot yet... Ooh, Zenkov blocking the brakes there. Marjalek not being able to gain from it. Maybe now. Outside. Yep. He's not able to make it stick yet. These two. Ooh, what a fight. Wonderful driving. As far as I can see, both being respectful to each other, but position. Isn't it that what we want to see? Ah, this time Zenkov did not have any issues. Maybe he learned now to take those two corners. Have a lapped car in front of them. Hopefully he's gonna make space as much as possible. Oh, Dalek trying to find some place, some way to get around Zenkov. An interesting battle here. Ignore the P on the display in front. Oh! Arjalik now went hard on the throttle, trying to force the issue. Zenkov thinking better of it. Didn't fight very strong. But it doesn't look as if he gave up. This Zenkov always having issues here. Now 1 second away already. Three, 2. It looks as if Marjalik is driving away from Zenkov. The end, Marjalik was the faster of the two drivers. Didn't look like it a long while, but Marjalik is 22 seconds away from Wang, so I don't think he's gonna be able to regain that much time in the 20 laps that we have left. Terko. Zenkov is Dalek is pulling away from Zenkov. While it looked as if this battle would be lasting forever, able to overtake. Interestingly enough, we only have 6 cars on the same lap, on the same first lap, so to speak, which are Van Leuven, Kowalski, Wang, Jalek, Zenkov, and Valles. All the others are 2 laps down. There. Jalek only 20 seconds away from Wang, so maybe I shouldn't speak too soon. On the other hand, Wang now starting a battle with Kowalski. Lap car in between. Oh, and the lapped car is not a lapped car anymore. Of course, that meant that Wang had to be careful and therefore lost about half a second to a whole second there to Kowalski. On the other hand, better to arrive third than not at all, so... Haven't we seen this before? Valles and Zenkov are soon gonna be battling both on the same tires. You can see in these images that the cars get a little bit of air. Those altitude differences. Jumps here and there. I thought Valles was losing control, but no, he just was taking a different racing line. Slowly but surely gaining on Zenkov. Soon gonna become very dangerous. And Zenkov all over again. I'm fighting for 5th position. And Zenkov went hard on the curb, losing speed, a little bit of control, and Valles can take his position easily. Zenkov, I suppose, is gonna be try to regain that position, but Valles looked very fast. I don't think he's gonna be able to. Valles already more than 1 second away from Zenkov. 15 laps to go. Indycar into pits. Zenkov into pits. out of pits with soft tires. I would say nobody else is gonna go into pits for changing tires or something like that, but I may be wrong. Seems Zenkov had overcooked his tires or just pushed too far. A case into business. Leuven has been in business since lap 1. Not relenting. 43 seconds away from Kowalski. DNFing in Cleveland and making podium here. What a change, what a difference. Dalek 20 seconds away from Kowalski. Valles 4 seconds away from Marjalik. Wang 2 seconds away from Valles. Zenkov 23 seconds away. Wang. Donovan already a lap down. Even from Zenkov. Told ya. Wang is getting near to... Whoops. Marjalik in pits. Of course he's getting near to Marjalik. Now Wang is getting very near to Andres Valles and they're fighting for third. Having a moment there and Wang profiting from it. Less than half a second away. Judging by the racing line, I would say Wang is the faster of the two, but I may be wrong. Valles is having a car in front of him. Oh, at last, mate. Next lapped car. Ooh. Going into pits without a rear wing. DNF. Oh, Valles has clear view. Wang has a clear. Indycar doing the new best lap time. Look at that. And Wang, whoops. Wang trying on the outside. Valles not really being able to fight against that. See, Valles is able to regain the position. Whoa, that was a jump. Oof. Lost a little bit control, almost went into the green. That helps Wang, who is now 1.5 seconds away from Valles. I don't think that's gonna be cooking anymore. Let's go to the next battle, which is Zenkov against Marjalik for 5th. Man, lots going on in Mid-Ohio. Zenkov, who now has fresh tires, so to speak. Old. laps remaining. Denkov now a second away from Marjalek, but trying to regain. Racing line from Zenkov. Still, Dalek seems for now too far away. Coming on lapped cars, those may change too. To the lapped car. Oh, maybe one of them is nothing that you hate more than having lapped cars in front of you. Trying to get somebody else's position. Of course, Zenkov now has lost a little bit of time. That's gonna get hot soon enough. On lap 83 in Mid-Ohio, the hottest battle for now, and I suppose it's gonna get hotter, is Marjalek and Zenkov for 5th position, and Marjalek loses control of the car, therefore gifting Zenkov the position. Oh, what a pity. Oh, what a pity. Denkov saying thank you very much, of course. So that was that battle. All positions are quite clear. Yes, 12, Formos and Kananovitz are fighting. Way down the line. On lap 85, we have Van Leuven on first. 52 seconds. 52 seconds away from Van Leuven, we have Kowalski. Wang is 14 seconds away from Kowalski and 65, a minute and 5 seconds away from Valles is 12 seconds away from Wang. Denkov 9 seconds away from Valles. Marjalek, after losing control, is still on 6th, but 9 seconds away from Zenkov. Good question. I don't think he's gonna be able to make good those 9 seconds in the 5 laps that we still have. Who knows? Donovan on 7th, 1 lap down. Kerko on 8th. Sovic on 9th. Meshkov on 10th. And just for the sake of it, Indycar, the driver with the fastest lap, on 17th, 6 laps down. Hey, he started, what was it, 20 laps down? So, well done. Right, 4 laps to go. So, with Van Leuven on first, and it would have to be crazy if he doesn't finish on first. We can tell you that next week, starting at the same time, 2000 CET. Now we have 2226 CET, just to let you know. We will be watching these drivers trying to get the better of each other at Watkins Glen, March 19th in 1 week, and another week after that they're gonna be on Motegi in Japan in an oval, and that will be the end of the ASRC Indycar series for now. The ASRC is a group driving R Factor 2, mostly open wheelers, but they're soon gonna be making a Clio Cup. Renault Clio, those are those small cars, but quite interesting to drive, especially if you're a beginner. Speaking about the beginner, if you're interested in multiplayer, we're soon, for any flexible measure of soon, gonna be having a video with tips and tricks for those wanting to start racing multiplayer races. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll be showing you how to best prepare yourself. Laps to go if I see it right. We have Van Leuven on first, Kowalski on second, Wang on third. not have expected, I have to hate truth to be told, for Wang to get in the podium, but hey, well earned. Driving Ohio, not exactly the easiest of tracks. Interesting, we have Rice and Neto in pits, almost at the last lap. They either needed fuel, which, or their tires were just completely gone. Okay, so Van Leuven is now there in a gaggle of cars. All of them ready to be lapped. But as he's 1 minute away from Kowalski, I don't think that's gonna make any difference. Ooh! Ooh! The car almost went 90 degrees on the wrong place. Taken Van Leuven with him, which is not. Especially Van Leuven does not want to see it. What's the matter? Ah, okay, so the end of the race. I was surprised that Van Leuven was going slower. Was so transfixed seeing if Van Leuven was gonna survive. So this is the end of the race. Van Leuven on first. Kowalski still racing. I'd be surprised if he doesn't make... Whoa! Don't try to lap. Don't, I mean, you've already won. Kowalski now on second. Wang third. Quite soon. Go fourth. And Zenkov fifth. What a great race. How many battles have we seen? Lots of stuff going on. So join us next week for these drivers driving the Glen. And until then, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium.